Let me move now to the Prime Minister of the Republic of Armenia. Prime Minister, of course, Europe is more than the European Union, is wider, is made of countries that want to become members of the European Union, like is the case of Armenia, is made also of other countries that don't want to join the European Union, like Switzerland or Norway, but still want closer ties with the European Union, probably because they feel maybe outside is a bit cold. So you have recently tabled a bill to initiate the accession negotiations with the European Union. Tell us a little bit what this discussion means for a country like Armenia.
Yeah, thank you very much. In reality, there was an initiative by the civil society, and they presented a draft law on the starting of the process of accession of Armenia to the European Union. And our government endorsed that, and there is a very high probability that our parliament would adopt that law. That would mean legally that we start the process of getting more and more closer to European Union. Why we want to be closer to European Union? Because we are democracy. When you are democracy, you want to be closer or in mainstream of democracy, because otherwise it would be illogical. And now we work very closely with European Union, and to be honest, during last years, the tremendous changes and improvements happened in our relations with the European Union. For example, we just started the negotiations on visa liberalization agreement, which was in our agenda for long years, but we weren't able to start even the negotiations, and I hope that we will be able to end it and sign it as soon as possible. Now Armenia is included in the program of European Peace Facility, which is also very important. We have now a European monitoring mission, civilian mission in our country, which is also very important. We are in the process of implementation of comprehensive and enhanced partnership agreement with the European Union, and we are working very closely. As far as economic ties are concerned, of course, we want to be closer to European Union economically as well. But from the other side, we want to be closer in terms of economy in our regional countries as well. Because unfortunately, from beginning of our independence, we were kind of in economic isolation, because our borders with Turkey and Azerbaijan were and are closed. And so to make change, not only in our region, but globally, in terms of overcoming these supply chain shocks, we put on the table our proposal of our project of Crossroads of Peace, which I hope is familiar to you. And it is about the making our regional transportation, communication more effective, and to create new transport communications, not only with Azerbaijan, but with Turkey as well, to deepen our cooperation with Iran, with Georgia. And it is also about the European Union, because if this, when this project will be implemented, we will have new chain routes through Armenia for the European Union. And it isn't just a matter of economy. It is also very important security factor, because you just mentioned interdependence as a very important factor for overall stability and security. But of course, this project will work in case or when we will be able to create sustainable peace with Azerbaijan. which unfortunately isn't the case now. We are working usually, and it is very important. Now we need to be able to establish diplomatic relations with Turkey, and we are working on this topic as well. Usually people are asking whether I'm optimistic or pessimistic on this matter. I should say that I'm not optimistic and nor pessimistic. I'm pragmatic. I just understand that we need to work until the task is solved. The main and I think most important thing, not to be derailed from peace agenda. We need to concentrate it on the goal and to continue to work without giving up, without being frustrated, and but in this case, in that way, of course, we need to have support of international community, and I hope that this support will be delivered.
Thank you, Prime Minister. I mean, you're reminding me of what my former boss in the European Commission, Jacques Delors, used to say. You don't have to choose between being an optimist or a pessimist. You have to choose to be activist. The moment we're living in is a geopolitical one where every player will want others to take sides. And you will be one of those that everyone will say, you know, you have to be with me, and if you're not with me, you're against me. And there is the US, and obviously there is China, and obviously in your neighborhood there are other players too. There is Russia, there is the Gulf countries, there is Europe. So how will you navigate this?
You know, that's why we decided to adopt balanced and balancing foreign policy, which means that we will try to create a balance between our different relations with the European Union, in our relations with Russia, with our regional powers, very important, our relations with Iran. And I mentioned already we are trying to establish diplomatic relations with Turkey. We are trying to reach to a peace deal with Azerbaijan. And of course, it isn't easy. But from the other side, I don't think it is impossible. Because it could seem kind of strange. But really, we are suspiciously transparent with all our international partners in our intentions. We are sharing with all partners what we are doing with other partners. What you mentioned our decision to get closer to European Union, but we are trying very intensively to share our position with Iran. We are trying to share very actively our position in Russia and with all our partners, because you know, after all, Armenia is an independent country, and in these challenging times, of course, there are many challenges and many threats. But from the other side, it is a huge time of changes. Definitely and obviously, the times of changes bring huge threats. But from the other side, huge opportunities emerge, and we are trying to manage threats and to use opportunities. And that is, I think, only pragmatic way to go forward, but not forgetting about balances. Because to lose balance could bring very heavy consequences for security, for stability, not only in terms of a country, but in terms of region and in terms of global stability. Because when we say and we pose that task to be as interdependent as it's possible, but from the other side, in this situation, any instability in any region of world could start a chain process worldwide, even in the small countries, small regions, etc. And that's why I think to be balanced and to not to forget about this task, balancing in a daily basis, it is most important thing, I think.